Don't forget to subscribe, and turn the notifications. We upload daily, and check the source of this video to view all the images and videos if there was any. Media playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption: the moment an explosion targets Emmerson Mnangagwa. Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has survived an apparent bomb attack at a rally in the city of Bulawayo. Mr. Mnangagwa said, "An object exploded a few inches away from me, but it is not my time." Video footage from White City Stadium shows an explosion happening close to Mr. Mnangagwa as he leaves the stage after addressing supporters. Health Minister David Nyatwa said 15 people were injured, 3 of them seriously. The exact number of people hurt by the blast remains unclear, and reports suggest it may be significantly higher. The president was in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe's second city and an opposition stronghold, to campaign for his ZANU-PF party ahead of nationwide elections taking place on the 30th of July. He is favorite to win the poll, but analysts say he also has enemies, both for overthrowing his former mentor, Robert Mugabe, and for being a previous enforcer of the Mugabe regime. A spokesman for Mr. Mnangagwa said that while the president was unhurt, Vice President Mbo Mohadi suffered a leg injury. Another vice president, Constantino Chiwenga, received bruises to his face. Image copyright EPA. Image caption: Red Cross personnel rush an injured army member away from the rally. Other officials, including ZANU-PF party chairwoman Opamachingiri Kashiri, were also injured, as were some crew members from state broadcaster ZBC and security personnel. Mr. Mnangagwa, 75, said he had visited the injured in hospital. He condemned the violence as senseless and pleaded for unity. "I am used to these attempts," he told state media. Skip Twitter post by @Mnangagwa this afternoon: "As we were leaving a wonderful rally in Bulawayo, there was an explosion on the stage. Several people were affected by the blast, and I have already been to visit them in the hospital." President of Zimbabwe, @Mnangagwa, June 23, 2018 report. Skip Twitter post 2 by @Mnangagwa. "While we await further information, my thoughts and prayers are with all those affected by this senseless act of violence. The campaign has been conducted in a free and peaceful environment, and we will not allow this cowardly act to get in our way as we move towards elections." President of Zimbabwe, @Mnangagwa, June 23, 2018 report. Mr. Mnangagwa came to power last November after ousting Mr. Mugabe. He was evacuated from the scene soon after the blast. People started running in all directions and then immediately the president's motorcade left at a very high speed, an AFP news agency correspondent at the scene reported. Image copyright EPA. Image caption: President Mnangagwa Center was campaigning ahead of elections next month. The elections are the first in Zimbabwe since Mr. Mugabe was forced out after 37 years in power. Vice President Mohadi is nursing some leg injuries but he is in good spirit, he was quoted as saying. Mary Chiwenga, the wife of Vice President Chiwenga, was also injured and pictures on social media showed the president visiting her in hospital. Opposition leader Nelson Chamisa condemned the attack. "Political violence of any nature from any quarter is totally unacceptable," he said. "In the past 38 years political violence has been a permanent feature and an anticipated ritual, which we must expunge." The U.S. Embassy in Harare tweeted, "Thoughts and prayers." Skip Twitter post by @US Embassy Harare. "We condemn the attack at ZANU-PF rally in BYO this afternoon. Political violence in any form is unacceptable and contrary to positive progress required to move Zim forward as it seeks to take its place on the global stage. Our thoughts and prayers go out to victims and their families." U.S. Embassy Harare, @US Embassy Harare, June 23, 2018 report. The election, dominated by economic issues, is the first to be monitored by international observers since 2002. Mr. Mnangagwa has said the vote will be free and fair. More on Zimbabwe. Who is Emmerson Mnangagwa? Media playback is unsupported on your device. Media caption: Emmerson Mnangagwa, who is the man known as the crocodile. Known as the crocodile because of his political shrewdness, his ZANU-PF faction is Lycos, received military training in China and Egypt. Tortured by Rhodesian forces after his crocodile gang staged attacks. Helped direct Zimbabwe's War of Independence in the 1960s and 1970s. Became the country's spymaster during the 1980s civil conflict, in which thousands of civilians were killed, but has denied any role in the massacres, blaming the army. accused of masterminding attacks on opposition supporters after 2008 election, says he will deliver jobs, and seen as open to economic reforms. The crocodile, who snapped back